Hi everybody, I'm Ken Adelberger. Glad you could join us on CN8 here tonight for the Public League Finals. Should be a fantastic hockey game. Joining me in the booth tonight, my partner, Peter Caggiano, a one-time player at the high school level. He's currently an official, has been an official for the last 21 years. He's going to put the whistle away and give us his expert analysis here tonight. Hey, I got to ask you, what's it like for these kids to come in and play in a major league facility like this?
This is totally exciting. When I played way back, I won't tell you how long ago, I had an opportunity to play in Madison Square Garden. It was the highlight of my life. For these kids here tonight, this is definitely the highlight of their life.
For the Montclair Mounties, well, some people might not have thought they'd make it this far because they are a somewhat undermanned team. Darren Groh has done a wonderful job in his first year with, Peter, what amounts to be a limited roster.
He rotates 3 defensemen, only uses 2 lines, does an outstanding job with these kids. Ranked number 12 by the Star Ledger, but ranked number 2 here in the tournament. Won 9 of their last 13 games. They are on a streak right now.
And for a team that only has given up 65 goals, the fact they play 3 defensemen, that's pretty good. Here's one of their offensive stars. He's J.P. Reveley. What do you like about this young man's game?
J.P. Reveley, a 4th-year starter. His older brother, Mike, scored the game-winning goal in '95. When Montclair was in this game, he is their leading scorer. He's definitely the go-to guy.
The Brick Green Dragons, the opposition here tonight, they are a formidable foe. They are the defending champs, coached by a legend here in the Garden State, Bob Oriema. This is 31st year. Peter, I asked him before the game, I said, why would you want to coach 31 years? He said, because I like to win. And you know what? He's done it a lot in the past, and he's done it a lot this year.
Over 480 victories. Brick High School is just tremendous. Ranked number 2 by the Star Ledger, outscored their opponents almost 5-1. They are the defending state champions.
For Brick, it's a bit of a family affair. The Acropolis boys, they are the grandson of head coach Bob Oriema, and Bobby Acropolis, look at the numbers he's put up this year.
26 goals, 25 assists, 51 points. He's only a sophomore, and besides playing hockey, he's also a football player.
And they tell us there's another Acropolis on the way. He's only he's an 8th grader, so we'll see him next year. Stay tuned, everybody. Stay right where you are. We got a good one on tap. The Public League Final. It pits the Montclair Mounties and the Brick Green Dragons. The opening face-off coming up next right here on CN8. Welcome back, everyone, to the Continental Airlines Arena. We are just moments away from the opening face-off. In this, the Public League Final, there is Bob Oriema. 31 years, my heavens! Behind the bench at Brick. He is a legend in this state.
And he looks good tonight with that sweater and tie.
He'll be taking on a relative newcomer anyway from a Montclair standpoint, Darren Groh, just in his first year, but he's got some good coaching roots.
Darren, his first year with Montclair High School. Last year he coached Montclair Kimberly Academy. This is his 2nd year as a head coach.
Battle of 30s here in goal. That is for Montclair. That'll be big Dave Garcia, 6'3", very, very athletic. Watch him tonight. That save percentage up over 90%. Opposed by another big guy. Boy, 6'3", 230 pounds, Chip Calgary in goal for Brick.
Is that a goaltender or a linebacker?
My heavens. And we're underway. Opening faceoff won by Montclair, and this is Ruiz in his own zone with a back pass. Good hip check there in the corner. Here comes Brick. Acropolis ahead to the stick of O'Connor. Acropolis caught up in his skates. O'Connor can't get it. And coming back to pick up the puck, here comes the Mounties. Dump it in from center ice. And Calgary forced to push the puck to the side. Acropolis to the slot. A bit careless there, but still gets the puck out of the zone. Calgary behind the net, took a couple swipes of the board there as he wanted to stop that puck behind the net and just missed. Ahead now to center. And with a break, that was Barnfield. Takes a bit of a slash at Trevenant. Trevenant will carry behind his own net. Matt Trevenant, we'll see a lot of him on the ice here tonight. Bothered a little bit a week or so ago by a groin pull. We'll see if that has healed. Rosa behind the net along with Trevenant, and now this is Trevenant with the puck. High the pass was, chest high, off the glove of a teammate, and goes the length of the ice, and the Mounties are guilty of our first icing. Our first stoppage coming with just 1:07 having been played.
There we take a look at Mark Labe, one of our officials tonight. He'll be working alongside Jay Butterfield.
Personal friends of yours?
Know both of the fellas very well. There's Jay Butterfield.
Is it traditional that they use 2 officials in the game, and what are their responsibilities? Do they have the same authority?
Throughout all of high school hockey, both regular season and playoffs, and even championship games like tonight, 2-man system. Each official has equal authority, calls both infractions like offsides and icings, as well as penalties.
Sorrentino keeps it in for Brick, and then takes a shot up from Hirschberg, cleared back out to center, taking it on the backhand, now wheeling to the forehand and delivering it into the Montclair zone. This is O'Connor in on the puck. He can't quite catch up. Then skates behind the net. Iannello is there. He takes a heavy hit. That is a good shoulder check by Brian O'Rourke. Still with the puck, back to the point. Steve Acropolis for the shot. That's through a screen. Rebound out in front. And that was just pushed past the far post. Behind the net, Iannello. He is checked off neatly by Will Healy. Healy in there now, joined by O'Rourke. And finally, Bobby Acropolis 2-2, and a stoppage and a face-off to the left of Dave Garcia to come.
There we take a look at Bobby Acropolis, only a sophomore. Watch this shot. This comes from his brother, Steve Acropolis. Good save right there. And then the puck goes into the corner.
As we mentioned in the open, we heard there's another one on the way. Little Dan Acropolis, he's an 8th grader.
And they say he's even better.
They have a sister, Cindy, who is the leading scorer in the ECAC for RTI. It's quite a hockey family. Ruiz with a big check along the far side. Puck comes out of the zone, however, to the neutral area. And is loose. Adam Bowers is there, 27, the freshman. Just 2 freshmen on this Montclair team. And Bowers has been a sensation this year. Kick save there, and a quick offering that was by Mike Rosa at the point. And now Rosa with a shot at one end will have to go back and retrieve in his own zone. Gets it past the on-rushing Malacca to Steve Acropolis. Ruiz with a pass that's a bit off the mark and goes deep into the Montclair zone.
Rick was just looking for a line change right there.
Yes.
That's where they dumped it in.
Along the near side, this is Reveille. We told you about him in the open. Watching, he's the captain of this Montclair squad. There's a shot from the point. That was off the stick of Hoffman and wide. High off the glass and cleared by Will Healy, and Steve Acropolis to gather it in. Whew. Thought about cutting in front of his own goaltender, and then opted not to, and smart move with Reveille right on his heels.
Good choice.
O'Rourke on the puck, and now this is Matt Trevenant. Trevenant at center. Dumps it in, but can't get it in deep, as Bob Acropolis got a piece of that. Rosa off the glass, and now to Acropolis. Acropolis to the late man with a shot, and that's wide off the stick of Brad Weber. This is O'Connor on the puck to Sorrentino. Sorrentino can't quite keep it in as the puck was hopping. No, it is in. Trevenant with a clear. Sorrentino gloves and knocks it down, and in the offensive zone, that is a hand pass, as Iannello had touched the puck that had been touched previously by Sorrentino.
A lot of pressure by Brick. Still no shots on goal by either side, but territorially, the puck has been in the Montclair end, and when that happens, the next step is a goal.
Bob Oriema pacing the bench, shouting out words of encouragement, loves to work with the kids. In addition to loving to win, loves to work with the kids, and is teaching another one of his grandchildren that's 2 years old how to skate, and teaches others how to skate. Very involved. This is Trevenant along the wall. Gets it to Mazza, but he's checked off by Malacca, and here comes Barnfield at center. Barnfield with a pass to Scott Malacca. And lost control. And that is clear the length of the ice. That will be icing. The Mounties guilty face-off back to the right of Dave Garcia.
Barnfield's father is an assistant coach with Brick, along with Chuck McCabe.
There's big Dave Garcia.
He's a senior.
6'3", very quick feet, good glove as well. We have 2 behemoths in goal here. O'Connor settles in to take the face-off to the right of Garcia. He's out with Iannello and Bobby Acropolis. Acropolis on the puck, back to the point. Ruiz it. He wanted to give it to Steve Acropolis, but just didn't get enough on the pass. However, Iannello will control. To the slot, this is O'Connor now to the corner. He'll track down the loose puck. Acropolis with a shoulder. Has Iannello in front of the net. Acropolis behind the net. To the slot. That hopped over one stick. Back to Ruiz at the point. He'll unload high and over the net. Acropolis will gather in. Pushes the puck to the far side. This is O'Connor. Has Acropolis. Acropolis with a shot. That's muffled by the defense in front. Back to Acropolis and a pad save, and a beauty it was by Garcia. Iannello with an open net, and he couldn't get the stick down. On the nice cross feed from O'Connor. 3 good chances there for Brick, and here come the Mounties the other way. Adam Bowers bumped off the puck, and Acropolis, Steve Acropolis, this is stolen away from him. This is Mazza. Mazza to the slot. He gets a shot away, and that's wide. Ruiz off the wall, kept in by Will Healy. Healy back around the horn, and now to the near side, the puck will come. With Reveley in there, but it'll be Steve Acropolis, the senior defenseman, on the control. Cross-ice pass, a little too far ahead for Jeremy Dykeman. And on the icing call, this time it is Brick that is guilty, so the face-off will come back deep into Brick territory.
There you see Dave Garcia. Boy, what a great save he made. You saw the pulling offense by Brick, setting up the man in the slot. The quick shot, but Dave Garcia was up to the task. Here we're going to watch some of the action. There's the slap shot. It goes just wide. You see Bobby Acropolis right there looking for the rebound. Now this puck's going to come out from behind the net. It's going to be centered in front. Right there is Acropolis. The shot goes wide again. Barnfield setting up Acropolis again. Great save by Garcia.
Tremendous action for the big guy. Covers a lot of net, and that's what you like. The big guy doesn't have many holes, but when he does give up, he can cover up just as quickly. Play at center now. Dykeman is knocked down by O'Rourke, and the Mounties will control at center. They give it away quickly over to Brick. This is Weber. Into the zone. Garcia forced to play behind the net. Trevenant is on it. Trevenant looks for the outlet and wildly plants one to the left side. This is Hirschberg. Hirschberg on the backhand, and that's wide and wild to the far side. Kevin Smith, number 12 there from the point. Trevenant, his shot is cut down by Weber. And Bobby Acropolis forces the puck out in the neutral zone. Delayed offside. Now the Mounties can bring it back in the zone. Mike Rosa is shouldered off neatly by Sorrentino. Rosa again off the wall behind the net. Weber will be the first to get there. Hacks at it, gets it ahead to Malaka. At center, pulls up quickly to Acropolis around the defense. Acropolis in, forehand, backhand, and another pad save by Garcia. A rebound opportunity in the pad save. The second shot off the stick of Malaka. And coming the other way, here come the Mounties with a shot. Lofted high, eye-high it was. And Calgary will glove that one and get the stoppage again. 2 more good opportunities for the Brick Green Dragons.
Dave Garcia in the first 7 minutes of this game has been outstanding. Here comes Acropolis trying to go forehand, backhand. Great save, but now nobody picks up the puck. Here's the second shot. He makes that save as Malaka just missed.
Garcia has been perfect, 4 for 4. The Mounties have managed just 1 shot through 6 minutes and 10 seconds of play. Face off to the left of Calgary. Hammered in by Healy into the corner. Now, Calgary wanted to play, but fortunately his defense is there to take the puck away. Rosa to the corner, to the slot, and out of the zone as that pass was a little too hot to handle. And the vacated right point, Malaka pestering Healy. Gives it away. Barnfield with a shot. And getting a piece again is Garcia doing the splits. This is Reveley. With a lead pass to Bowers now. He has the puck stolen away. Hoffman into the zone. He'll get there on the forecheck. And bump Healy off to the wall. Puck squirts up and into the air and into row number 1 along the far side. And I'll tell you what, the Brick Green Dragons are looking tigerish here in the first period.
They are putting such pressure on. Dave Garcia already has my vote for player of the game. He's been fantastic. This easily could have been 4 or 5-0 already. Look at the left skate right there. He does the complete split, gets the left toe, and then not only makes the save, but redirects the rebound into the corner.
Tremendous, tremendous thus far he has been. A good opportunity, or was an opportune time to pick up his first shutout and to win over Randolph a week ago to get here, huh?
He's been playing well. He's been playing well all season. Early in the year, Montclair struggled, but as we mentioned earlier, they have won 9 of their last 11 and 10 of their last 13.
Face off to the right of Garcia. Hoffman loses to O'Rourke, and the Mounties will control Trevenant behind his own net. Trevenant, the captain, across the slot and up the middle, and delivers it to O'Rourke a bit behind him. And then eventually the Mounties give it away. Szymanski in on the puck, and Kinney now. Can't keep the puck in, and here comes Montclair. And now Acropolis. Bobby Acropolis. Some good moves, some good speed. Just bouncing around and darting and dashing and doing what he can.
He was going in 1-on-5, and he almost made it.
How about that? On the touch-up, though, he didn't need the touch-up. For the icing call, that was Ryan DeBliss. Or pardon me, no, Brad Weber. And thus the face-off will come back deep into the Montclair zone.
There's Bobby Acropolis. Last year in the public school championship, he scored the game-winning goal in overtime.
Plays football, considered a playmaker here. Here's how Brick got here. They beat Hanover, shutout. They beat Summit, shutout, and they almost shut out Toms River East. So they play the good defense, and they obviously have the ability to put the puck away. Acropolis, Steve, that is, can't keep in the own zone, 2-on-1. Mazza with a centering pass, eye-high and waist-high. Tough one that would have been for Bowers to handle. He's being a bit pestered from behind anyway. Malaka in the zone along with Mazza. They get the elbows up. Here comes Deichmann. Can't clear the zone, however, with the puck. Jeremy Deichmann again. And Rosa will keep it in into the midsection of Deichmann. And J.P. Reveley in there digging. Digs the puck loose, but nobody home there except the stick of Vinny Ruiz. Gives to Barnfield, can't get the puck out of the zone. Malaka overskated. Mazza takes a heavy hit. That from Ruiz, but Rick will control. Steve Acropolis into the skates of Malaka. Kicks it ahead, gets into the zone. A return for Steve Acropolis. Has O'Connor at the net. Can't get the puck to him, however. O'Connor will help out in the corner. Back to the point. Iannello around one to the top of the circle. Takes the shot. Glove save. And Garcia is going to hold on. Well, some nifty stick work and good skating there met the glove of Dave Garcia, and we get another stoppage.
Nick Iannello, what patience, what confidence. Takes his time, doesn't shoot right away, walks in, now looks, now shoots, and the great save by Dave Garcia. Again, that's the 6th shot on goal. We're halfway through the first period. Watch again, picks his head up. He knows where he's going. He's going low to the glove side. Great play by Garcia. Does the split, sticks out the left glove, and holds on.
The senior taking the freshman to school there. Bowers fooled on the play. Out in front. Brick will control. Steve Acropolis. Can he get it through into the chest protector of Garcia? He does, with O'Connor again on the doorstep. And Garcia has to hold on as Brick continues to pressure.
What appeared to be an easy shot because it wasn't particularly hard. It was in the vulnerable spot. It was almost at his throat. So you're not sure whether you want to bring your hands up, you want to jump up and catch it in the chest, how you want to handle it. And if you notice, he trapped it right against his chest. There we see Steve Acropolis, the senior defenseman. According to Mike Morial, feels probably one of the best defensemen in the state.
Mike Morial does a great job covering high school hockey here in New Jersey for the Newark Star-Ledger. And has been tremendously helpful to us. In the Brick zone, this is Vinny Ruiz being pestered by Kevin Smith. And now O'Rourke joins the fray. Pardon me. O'Connor in there as well. Puck squirts loose. This is Steve Acropolis. Gathers it in. Gives the pass to Iannello. He can't control. O'Rourke still has it in his skates. Still in a battle with Iannello. And finally, Nick can take the puck and throw it to the far side and relieve some of that pressure. The Green Dragons getting a forward line change anyway. As Malaka is out with Deichmann and Brian Barnfield. This is Barnfield with the puck. Gives it up to Trevenant, however. Quick pass. Oh, and if that had connected, they would have had a 2-on-1 the other way.
That just missed.
Yes. That would have been dangerous. Hirschberg now in the corner with Acropolis. Goes down, falls on top of the puck, still digging, and digs it loose right to Vinny Ruiz. This is Ruiz ahead. Perfect take pass right there. This is Malaka over the line. Gets it to the slot. On the backhand is Barnfield, and that's high and wild to the far side. Kinney with a backhander behind the net. Matt Trevenant will retrieve. Trevenant out the near side. Eyes up the opportunity. Just puts it into the skates of Mazza. he just chips it a little bit further. Now Sorrentino over to Brad Weber. He takes a shot, chips the puck up into the Brick bench. And stoppage and play face-off to come out into the neutral zone.
There we take a look at Weber for Brick. Brad Weber,
watch his speed. He's got blazing speed, maybe the fastest on the team.
Well, what I like about him is, although he's just a sophomore, he likes to play around the net. He plays big around the net. And speaking about big, those guys must have big hearts because they have no shirts on.
Well, it was like 60 degrees out today, wasn't it? It was a little bit warm.
If it wasn't for the rain, probably half of us would have been golfing today.
Behind the net, here comes Brick. They start their breakout. Left wing pass again over the stick of Bobby Acropolis to Healy. Gives it away. Healy. Here comes Acropolis now. He has help down the slot. Has O'Connor in the high slot. Can't find him with the bouncing puck. Now does, and they're getting a piece of the centering pass is Garcia. It's tied up in the equipment and down into the skates of Healy. Bill controls. The puck was just sitting there. About 4 or 5 guys were taking stabs at it, but nobody could get it clean.
Everybody had their stick tied up, and nobody was using their feet, so the puck just sat there.
Got to get their soccer skills going. Justin Sorrentino into the zone. Sidesteps a check. Sorrentino pulls up centers to Acropolis. Shot, pad, save, rebound out in front. Down the slot on the backhand opportunity. Acropolis again. And a turnaround. Puck is loose. And it's under the defense. Cleared back to Sorrentino at that point. Tremendous pressure by Brick one more time. This is Sorrentino keeping it in. Malacca is there. He'll think about it. Get over to Weber. Weber will tee it up. Put the screen out in front. And got that one up just a bit too high. Sorrentino and into the chest protector. Garcia saw that one all the way. Good puck movement there, Peter, by Brick.
Brick does an excellent job of working the perimeter, waiting for the right opportunity to hit the man in the slot. The only problem tonight has been Dave Garcia.
Yeah, they've called on him early and often.
There you see the quick centering pass. Watch the shot. Look at the left skate. Right there, he makes the save. Little help from the defenseman to clear the puck. And then, but the pressure's not over. Comes back again. Right there, you see Bobby Acropolis almost get a piece and redirect that.
Trevenant has it. Carries behind his own net. Eyes up the forechecking of Szymanski. Now Hoffman will flush him out near side. Szymanski is there. And he splits the 2 forecheckers and delivers the puck, but not cleanly out of the zone. Hoffman has it. Cross ice. Got it over to Andrew Kinney, but he couldn't handle the bouncing puck. Outlet pass, no. Kept in again by Steve Acropolis. Back behind the net. Kinney has it. And on the steal, here comes Trevenant. Trying to break free was Lauren Hirschberg, but that was picked off by the Brick defense and dumped right back in to the Montclair zone. Oh, there's a quick shot from the side of the net from Acropolis. And Garcia had to be sharp on that, Peter. And the point, Ruiz, that's a shot that Garcia did not see, and thank gosh, because it was over the net. Ruiz will track down the loose puck along with defensive mate back there. Here is Ruiz with it to O'Connor ahead of the play. Trevenant off the side of his net, pops it in the air, and Garcia had to be sharp again as Brick was all around the net, and a little bit of a careless play there perhaps by Trevenant.
Then we take a look at Nick Iannello, the senior forward for Brick. Dave Garcia, you expect a shot from the other team. That's why he hugged the post and did such a great job. But when it's your own team, here we're going to see the shot by Acropolis. Notice he was flush right to that near post.
Yes.
And right there, just in case the shot came across. But this is what he did not expect. He didn't expect his own team to fire it. Look how his legs are spread. He's away from the post. If that shot was on net, that might have gone in.
Yeah, you're not expecting that at all. Here's Malacca to take the face-off. Lost it to Naza. And the Mounties come the other way. Stolen away by Dykesman as he's knocked down at center on a good check. Passes behind Bauer, so Barnfield will corral it in and deposit that behind the Mounties net. Trevenant right up the gut. This will go the length of the ice. And the icing call to come, there it is. 10-1 the shots thus far. We have a little more than 2 minutes to go in first period action. It has been a busy night thus far for Dave Garcia in the Montclair net.
There we take a look at Mike Mazza, the junior defenseman, 34 points. Darren Groh, the coach of Montclair, his strategy before this game was to create offense. He felt if he had a good offense, the defense would take care of itself. Unfortunately, tonight, he's not quite carrying out his game plan, but then on the other hand, he's not losing the game either. He's got to be very happy being outshot 10-1 and the score still 0-0. And of course, that's thanks to Dave Garcia.
It's the kind of game that Bob Oriema of Brick was talking about with Montclair. He said they're very opportunistic. They kind of wait for breaks and they capitalize on those. However, 10-1, I don't think they want to see it go that way too much. From the point, Sorrentino threw a screen rebound. Iannello was there, and so was Garcia. Puck is loose. Sorrentino had it on the backhand and then could not control. Left wings a pass for O'Connor into his skates, into the zone. This is Mazza with a shot. That's high and wide. Good check in there by Iannello. That was on J.P. Revel. Loose puck, Weber to get. Comes around far side to O'Connor. Chipped it to the slot. Didn't mean to do that. This is Weber now, again behind his own net. As Sorrentino turns away from the checking. Mazza there to Pesta. And clearing finally the length of the ice, but probably not enough steam to be an icing call. Mike Rosa there, and he takes a good stiff shoulder from Nick Iannello. Steve Akropoulos from the point. That's wide to the near side. Last minute of play here in the first period of play. It's been a scoreless first period thus far, with Brick really controlling the tempo and the flow of the game.
Brick just seems to have more jump in their skates. They're beating Montclair to the loose pucks. They're hustling a lot more. They're listening to the game plan that Bob Oriema set down before tonight, which was to work hard, don't stop, be tenacious in your forechecking, keep the puck in the Montclair zone, and the goals will come.
Comes Hirschberg with the puck, lost control. Steve Akropoulos has it, flips it high into the air, glove down by Kevin Smith. Comes out there with Barnfield as well. Could not control. Akropoulos will try again. Now skate with it a bit. And look for Malacca along the far side. A return to Akropoulos. To the stick of Barnfield. Into the Montclair zone. Trevenant, nice reverse to get away. Beautiful way to avoid the forecheck there, as Malacca was coming hard. Bouncing puck, covered up neatly by Vinny Ruiz.
But he had nobody to make the pass to. He got by the first guy, but the forwards from Montclair are not getting themselves open and able to receive the pass from the defenseman.
Along the near side wall, Iannello is in there with Trevenant. Puck squirts loose. Vinny Ruiz up on the play, takes the wrister, and Dave Garcia elects to hold on with 9.4. Wow, that was a nice wrister by Ruiz there. Good quick release.
Quick release, but not a particularly hard shot. Directly right into his chest, he was able to hold on.
Nick Iannello, been a standout performer. Had 3 goals, 3 assists in the win over Toms River East in the semifinals. Came in with 17 goals, 16 assists, 33 points, second in scoring on the team. Looks like he's having some fun. Back to the point. Could not be held in by Steve Akropoulos. He'll turn. Give to brother Bob. And there's the Mounties that pick it off, and time has expired here. And a spirited first period it was from a Green Dragon standpoint, out shooting Montclair 13-1, but Dave Garcia stood tall. We are scoreless. And we'll go back to their dressing room and take the next 10 minutes or so off. Relax, talk it over, and come back for second period action. Hey, when we return here on CN8, Peter and I will take you through our intermission. Stay tuned, more to come. Welcome back, everyone, to the Continental Airlines Arena here after one period of play in the Public League Hockey Final. The Montclair Mounties and the Brick Green Dragons are scoreless after one period. Welcome back, everyone. Ken Adelberger along with Peter Caggiano. Glad you could join us. That was certainly a one-way period. I think the ice may have been a little bit tilted like that down to our right side. If you're Darren Groh of Montclair, you're saying, guys, and do a little bit more, help out Dave. And if you've got Dave Garcia in goal, you're happy about it at this point.
Garcia can sue for non-support. He was left defenseless many times. He has been spectacular in the first period. A lot of pressure by Brick. It's come from the point, it's come from the slot. Watch the play right here. Notice the spin around move you're gonna see. Pivots, Sorrentino with the backhand pass in front, and that's the sniper. Bobby Acropolis, but Garcia makes the great save.
He's about 6'4", that seems to make himself about 9 or 10 feet tall and wide.
Well, what he does, he uses all of his body, his legs, and his glove. There we're going to see the hard shot from the point, through a screen, makes the toe save, and then is quick enough to pounce and make the save on the rebound. He has been outstanding. 13 saves so far here in the first period.
Yeah, 13 has been lucky and 13 unlucky. It's been lucky if you're Dave Garcia, you made all the saves. Unlucky if you're Brick because you haven't found the back of the net yet. Other than that, I mean, it's been entirely a Brick period. We've got second period action coming up for you. Stay tuned. Peter and I will be back. The Brick Green Dragons and the Montclair Mounties are scoreless after one period of play. Second period action about to begin here from the Continental Airlines Arena. Brick and Montclair, in an all-Brick first period that it was, find themselves scoreless. And Dave Garcia, as you said, Peter, stood on his head. It's a bit unorthodox, but unorthodox way of tending goal.
He was tremendous. He did everything he had to do, and he used every extremity. He used his blocker, he used both skates, and he used his chest.
The puck is looking like the proverbial beach ball to him at this point. Back behind, on the icing call, rather, as it looked like Caggiano was going to play that puck, and then the icing call, and we'll have a face-off with just 9 seconds having elapsed here in the second period to the left of Dave Garcia in the Montclair zone.
Both these teams play in the same division. They play in the National A division, and twice this year they played head-to-head. In the first game, Brick won 6-2. The second game, Brick won only by a score of 2-0, and Brick scored that second goal with just 3 seconds to go. So the margin is getting closer.
From the top of the slot, O'Connor, no rebound as Trevenant is there to clear away the loose puck. In the corner, Trevenant has it, eyes up his options, delivers to Mazza. Mike Mazza, left wings a pass to J.P. Reveley, who hammers the puck into the zone. Calgary, with a bit of a mishandle, fumbled, but then gets it around to O'Connor. And on the breakout, here comes Bobby Acropolis. Couldn't quite catch up with that loose puck. Forward line change for Brick. And we'll send out Malacca. This is Deichmann with the puck. Off the wall and into the zone, and just as quickly as it went in, it was deposited back out. Into the Brick zone as the puck squirts in on Calgary. Mazza there gives him just a little bit of a, maybe a snow shower or a piece of the skate, and Calgary takes a bit of an exception to that.
Great play by Brad Weber. He shielded off the Montclair player so he couldn't get on goal. There we see Chip doing a great job, but not much to do. Just one shot on goal in the first period.
Chip Caggiano will watch the puck be dropped to his right and won by his teammate Sorrentino with a weak clear, however. And now they finally do get out of the puck. This is Malacca, if he can track it down, but he can't. Healy is there first. Healy off the wall, back deep into the Brick zone. Caggiano with a long clear, and that one's going to go in on his counterpart, Dave Garcia. So credit that shot on goal to the Brick goaltender.
Well, I'm waiting to see if they put it up on the scoreboard. If they do count it as a shot on goal, it should be counted, because if the goaltender did not stop it, it would have gone in. Here we take a look at Chip Caggiano. Nicely painted mask. That's something special there.
We haven't seen it yet, but they said he has a good glove, and you know how we know that? Because he's the catcher on the baseball team as well. There's a quick chip shot out off the stick of Huffman right off the face-off, and Garcia, for a 15th time, has to make the save.
That's why positioning is so important. Dave Garcia on the face-offs knows where to stand. He knows how to position his body, so when the puck comes, he's there ahead of time. Many times the goaltender makes the save in anticipation of a shot because he can't move once the shot's taken. It's too late. He has to prepare where the shot's going to be and be there ahead of time.
Trevenant with a right wing pass to Kevin Smith, and he's bodied off, and the puck is now loose. This is Healy. We'll try it out the left side, but Sorrentino gets there first. Shot towards the net is picked off by Trevenant, and here come the Mounties the other way. With Sorrentino back, and a good check thrown there in the one-on-one situation. And then going down on the play was the defense, and no call. Sorrentino went down. Hoffman on the turnaround clear out the center. The hit and then the subsequent trip drew the ire of the fans here. To the slot, a pass, and again shouldered off neatly by the Brick defense. There's the on-rushing forward. Back to the point. Trevenant will tee it up, and that is wide to the far side. So here come the Mounties, mounting a bit of pressure themselves.
This is what Montclair has to do. They have to keep the puck in the Brick zone, work the puck in the corners, do the what they call the homework or the tough work to get the play going. And
they just drew a call. The tenacious checking there by both Smith and O'Rourke. And the arm of the referee has gone up in the air, and Bobby Acropolis looks skyward. He'll be going off.
We're going to see right there. There's Acropolis. That's an interference call. Mark Labe gets the sophomore Bobby Acropolis for interference. We're going to see some of that heavy hitting. Boom, right there. That's the first check thrown by Justin Sorrentino. There's what everybody thought was a trip. Obviously, the Brick fans and the Brick players thought was a trip, but our officials said, not this time.
Nope, didn't see that one, but certainly caught Bobby Acropolis about 20 seconds after. And Acropolis will go to the box, and so Montclair will go on the power play. Their first of this game. 2 minutes for interference to call on Acropolis. Back to the point, Rosa just barely, well, he tried to keep it in the zone, didn't get good wood on it. Finally, Barnfield out on the penalty kill was able to clear 3/4 of the length of the ice. This is Rosa now on the right wing, dumps it in. Here comes the forecheck, but it's going to be Steve Acropolis gets there, no, beaten to the puck by J.P. Reveille. Reveille and Mazza work in the corner, back to the point, Trevenant with a shot, pad save, rebound, Rosa stepped in from the point and fanned on the opportunity. Reveille back to the point, kept in neatly by the skate of Trevenant to the corner to Mazza. Has Bowers in front of the net. Back to the point, Trevenant to the near side to Rosa. Rosa cross slot pass and fanning on it. Not getting good wood on it all was Mazza. Behind the net, Mazza has it to Bowers on the slot, but the pass was into his skates. He could not control, and Brick will clear the length.
And that's almost exactly what the Flyers do when they try to set up a guy on the far side. Almost worked that time. Mike Mazza fanned on the shot.
53 seconds to go in the Montclair power play, which is a bit slow developing coming out of their own zone. Mazza now at center ice. Across the line, pulls up and then delivers it in deeper into Brick territory. Justin Sorrentino with the rub out. But it's O'Rourke on the puck to the side of the net. There's a scramble in front. It's loose. Players are diving everywhere. It's in. No, it's waved off. I believe that's going to be waved off. The referee, no doubt about it.
Mark Labe was standing right behind the net. He saw the whole thing. He immediately waved it off, and he gave the signal like it was put in by the hand. There's players in the crease. The puck's in the crease. Everybody's in there. And it looks to be...
Right there.
Can't see right now. We're a little screened.
Might that have been Mazza on the far side? It looked like he had a shoving motion with his right hand here.
We saw the arm move, and that's what made it look like it. A massive humanity all in that little space of the crease. And you're right, it appeared to be Mike Mazza, the junior defenseman.
The referee waved it off right away. There was no doubt about it.
And the other thing, now the faceoff comes outside the zone.
This is Reveille to Rosa. Rosa in deep from his defense position, rubbed out neatly by Weber. Weber controls, but he cannot get the puck out of the zone. Down a battle along the far side. Weber in there with Reveille. Hoffman joins the fray. Mazza in there as well. O'Rourke too, number 15. Puck squirts loose. This is Sorrentino. Comes out the left side. Goes cross ice to Hoffman. And that'll kill off the final 3, 2, 1. Power play is over. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Behind the net though. Play a little bit scrambly. There's a quick shot by Iannello. And O'Connor's in there too. Nick Iannello doing some tremendous forechecking there. Stole the puck away. Cross point now. shot through a screen. That caught the outside of the net. Trevenant can't control it. To the point. This is Weber with it. He'll tee it up a second time, and that gets through and steered away by the stick of Dave Garcia. And then turnaround shot into the skates and stopped by the stick of Garcia, and he'll hold on to that one. The power play is over, and Brick started putting on the pressure as soon as they got back to 5-on-5.
Boy, did they ever put on the pressure. Backhand right there, great save. Puck scrambled all around the net. Right there, Garcia loses his glove. He had time to pick it up, though, and put it back on his catching hand.
Well, he's going to shed some weight here tonight. He has been very active in this game. 17 shots he has faced through 20 minutes of play. 15 minutes in the first period and the 5 minutes we played here in the second. And we are still scoreless. Face-off won by Montclair. Trevenant weaves his way through traffic and brings the puck out over his own blue line. Now to center. Pestered by Jeremy Dykeman. Along the far side, Lauren Hirschberg can't get around Ruiz as he's got them all tied up. Puck squirts loose to the slot. Back into score! Montclair is on the board. Kevin Smith with the backhanded goal. And they take the 1-0 lead here in the second.
That time just tenacious work by Montclair, fighting the puck, getting it over the blue line, working real hard, not giving up. And I was afraid of this. Sometimes when you don't have a lot of pressure, the goaltender can relax a little bit. That was only the 5th shot on goal for Montclair. There we see the work. It looks like the puck is taken away by the Brick defense, but the backhand right there by Kevin Smith, the sophomore forward, and that's only his 2nd goal of the year.
Look at this one-on-one battle here, though, Peter, with Ruiz. Did everything he could. Actually, surprising that Ruiz wasn't called for a penalty there, because he did grab his man down and haul him down to the ice.
It looked awful close to a hold.
So Kevin Smith, the hero right now for the Mounties, as he's got the first goal in this game. They have been outplayed tremendously offensively. Their 5th shot of the game has hit pay dirt.
It really has to be a boost for Montclair, as you mentioned. Outplayed, outshot, but they're leading.
Opportunities, opportunistic. Bob Oriema talked about that at length earlier. O'Connor into the zone. Eyes up Healy, takes Healy out. The puck is loose to the slot. Acropolis is there. Bobby he was. Even Steve Acropolis stepped up. Ruiz off the board. Gives it back to Bobby Acropolis. Iannello is there. He'll get there first. Eyed up by the smaller Mazza. Iannello around behind the net. Now to the near corner. Back to the point. Steve Acropolis steps up. Keeps the puck in, but Mazza will walk away with it. Mazza to center. To Bowers. He's checked down. Gets the puck in on goal, however. Calgary will have to handle. Behind the net, centering pass. And here comes Barnfield the other way. Lost control of the puck, but Bobby Acropolis bails him out. Takes the shot, and another pad save with the toe by Dave Garcia. Into the corner now, back to the point. Ruiz unloads, pad save again. And that was on net, no doubt about it. Ruiz up on the play. Can't fish the puck through the skates of Bauer. This is Deichmann. To Weber, off the wall, into the corner. Malacca has it. Gets past him. Deichmann in there. Takes a bump from Healy. Malacca with the puck. He gives a stiff elbow. And finally, the Mounties will be able to get the puck out of the zone. This is Bowers on the offensive. Just wanted to dump it in the zone, get the line change. Can't do it. Along the far side, Ruiz takes a swipe at it. Does not clear the puck. Into the slot, Reveling. Turns, fires. That catches the skate of the defense in front and caroms harmlessly to the near side. Shot from the boards behind the net. Now the pressure being applied. This is all Montclair. Across the slot, nobody home. Back to Rose at the point will just keep it in. Dump it in back behind the net. Finally, Weber corrals the loose puck. A little bit too far ahead. Gives it to Deichmann. He can't get the puck out of the zone. Barnfield. He loses control. Trevenant up on the play. Here we go. This is Malacca the other way. Rebound out in front on the poke check. Garcia almost gave that puck away.
Boy, that was dangerous. He poke checked it right back out in front rather than trying to clear the puck to the corner.
Kinney takes a hack at the puck, and that chips up into the Brick bench for a quick stoppage of play. But the Mounties seem to, Peter, have been ignited a bit by that goal by Smith.
That goal really woke up the Mounties. Ever since that point, they picked up their play. They have a lot more jump in their skates. They feel good right now. That's Darren Groh, and he's First year behind the bench for Montclair.
You know, we talked to him earlier, too, and he said, surprisingly, even though they've got such a limited roster, not that many players, they are very strong in the third period. They do not wear down. We shall see if that's the situation here. Szymanski along the far side. He's angled off the puck, and so the Mounties will control. Neutral zone play, hammered back into the zone. And back behind the net, Garcia with the lead for Trevenant. The pass for Rosa, he wasn't quite expecting, dumped it back into the corner. Trevenant will try from behind his own net again. Delivers near side to Kevin Smith, the goal scorer. Back behind the net one more time. Rosa will try the left side, can't get a pass. Sorrentino flips one wide to the far side, splits out to the near side, and Garcia actually had to shoo that one away. Out front, pass was behind Andrew Kinney. And here come the Mounties. They'll just slap the puck the length of the ice and thus the icing. As this one is being played in somewhat fits and starts and ebbs and flows, and you know, one team gets the momentum and the other team takes it right back.
Absolutely. What happens is the pressure's put on for 30 seconds to a minute on one side, then all of a sudden the other team picks up the puck, goes down, puts pressure on the other side. It's been outstanding. It's been the kind of game that's nice to watch as a fan and great to play as a player.
Oriema rubbing the palms together. Stands up on the bench. Keeps an eye on the clock. 6:54 to go here in the second period. Still plenty of time. Bobby Acropolis winds, and that got the pad of Garcia. Very few second opportunities. He's been clearing the rebounds neatly to the boards. Not a lot of loose pucks running around the crease in Dave Garcia's crease.
Ken, I'll say it again. He's going to be my star of the game, and we're only halfway through this game.
Vinny Ruiz turns in his own zone. Acropolis, to no one in particular. Now O'Connor catches up, and a cross-ice feed was sniffed out neatly by Will Healy. Ruiz again will try it one more time. Crosses at center, but O'Connor was covered neatly by Trevenant. Trying to go up the middle a bit now are the Green Dragons on the breakout. Man in front. Back to the slot. Healy with a shot that took about 5 hops towards the net and went wide. Mazza goes down in the corner, lays on top of the puck, digs it loose. Iannello is in there. He the taller of the two. Ruiz in there as well, along with Reveille digging away at the puck. This is Reveille now with Iannello to Bobby Acropolis, and a quick return to Iannello. With speed now at center to O'Connor on the right wing. Has Healy to beat. Has a man in the slot like Bobby Acropolis, but he was tied up neatly by Trevin, and Malacca with the puck. Look for Sorrentino. Neat back check there by Reveille. Bricks are still controlled. And a quick shot there from the side of the net. That was off the stick of the on-rushing Brick forward. I believe that to be Brian Barnfield.
We're going to see some of the moves by Barnfield. He's being hooked, but he still gets the shot off. And again, Garcia makes the save. And we see action right off the face. Look at the shot by Acropolis. And again, Dave Garcia sticking out that right pad to make the save.
And as we mentioned, pushing all those initial shots to the boards. So there are very few, at least in the second period anyway, rebound opportunities. Sorrentino from the point, pad save, rebound out in front, cleared away. No, kept in at the point by Weber. Deichmann, he's knocked off the puck. And here comes Montclair the other way. O'Rourke ahead to center, into the skates now. Falling down at the blue line, that was Lauren Hirschberg. So that gives Brick the opportunity to come the other way. Jeremy Deichmann has a trailer, and Weber doesn't know. Takes the shot, glove save, rebound, Barnfield gives it right back to the goaltender, Garcia. A golden opportunity right there as Garcia did give up a rebound right there, but Brick could not cash in.
Brian Barfield looking for his 8th goal of the season, cannot handle this rebound. Right there you see Dave Garcia didn't do well with the left glove. Lets the rebound come out right in the slot, but Brian Barfield catches the puck on the heel of his stick, doesn't get all of it.
He was down on his knees, was Garcia, when that shot was taken. So thus he had to really stretch for that save.
He went down early, and then he's down already by the time that second shot comes, but luckily it was right into his chest.
Face off to the left of Garcia with 23 saves tonight. Won by the Mounties, but given away at the point to Sorrentino. His shot is wide. Now the battle in the corner goes on with Kinney. In there as well. Hoffman now takes a shoulder. on the long clear. That was Kevin Smith, but right to the stick of Sorrentino, who fires right back in on net from the blue line. And hammers it right back into the brick bench. We're going to break and be back with more in a moment. .4:40 to go. There you see it in the second period. 1-0 Montclair scored in this period. Kevin Smith, the lone tally in this game. And they want more, and here they come. J.P. Reveley with speed through center, has Bowers with him, and Mazza. With the centering pass, Mazza wasn't quite there. Compton with the puck. Off the left wing boards, can't clear the zone. Rosa keeps it in. Reveley delivers deeper in behind the net. Compton on it, turns away from the checking of Mazza. And now Bowers in there too. Bobby Acropolis walks away with the puck. Cross ice to O'Connor. Pass was too far behind. Rosa on the backhand gives to Steve Acropolis. Off the wall, O'Connor in a battle with Rosa. Won by Rosa, but here comes Compton again. Into the corner to the right of Garcia. Brick with a line change. Barnfield is out along with Malacca. This is Ruiz in deep. Tries to get the puck. In doing so, tries to clear it, get the puck out of harm's way, and actually the puck was shot in on Calgary. It was way over the net, but he got the glove up there anyway.
That just proves he's in the game. He's watching all the time.
You know, that is an impressive mask.
I'd like to find out where he got the paint job on that mask. Hey, you see the puck, whoa, up and over the top, and he makes the catch. Looked almost like a first baseman stretching for a high throw from the shortstop.
Remember, he's the catcher.
Yeah, but you don't get too many wild pitches that bad.
Well, you haven't seen me pitch. Centering pass as the faceoff won by Montclair, now behind the net. Finally, Brick will re-seize control of the puck. This is Barnfield. Through one to center. Can't get the puck in deep, however. Still in the zone. Malacca is there, but Trevenant is going to walk away with it. Matt Trevenant, defenseman, but plays the high position a lot, the high slot. There's a centering pass by Hirschberg. Nobody home for the Mounties. To Healy. Dumps it back into the zone. Behind the net, Vinny Ruiz gets away from the forecheck and comes left wing to Malacca. Lost control, overskated. A return pass for Ruiz, now with speed. Gets around Kevin Smith into the corner. And with the line change, nobody home in the slot just yet. Now O'Connor and Iannella and Acropolis are out. This is Bobby Acropolis. Tries to get around Trevenant and can't do it. However, Brick still controls. Centering pass. Puck is loose out in front, and Garcia. Oh, he had his eyes on that one the whole way, and with the puck trickling ever so close towards his crease, he just slapped the big glove down on top.
Dave Garcia again, big to the task. He's done it time and time again. But you gotta like Acropolis. Whenever the puck's in his area, he is dangerous.
You know what I like? Boy, he leans in the one-on-one situation. He likes to lean in and ward off the defender and tries to make some neat moves.
He uses his size and strength to his advantage. He figures he's going to have X amount of force from the other side. He has to give twice X or 2 times X to counteract that and maintain his momentum.
Face-off draw won by Mike Mazza, and the Mounties can't clear. Acropolis banned on the shot still. On the backhand, controlling, that's Iannella. Could not get good wood on it. Weber with the keep. Iannella in the corner, behind the net now. To O'Connor, to Justin Sorrentino, and he just fanned on the shot, and the puck was sitting there at the post for a second, and it was free. It was up for grabs. This is Mazza at center now, along with Bowers and Reveley. Mazza to Reveley, but Reveley just stopped skating, then he takes a heavy hit and goes down to the ice. Brick the other way, Weber can't get around Rosa. The centering pass goes back deep into Brick territory. This is Sorrentino. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the second period. 1-0 Montclair on top. Glad you could join us here on CN8 tonight. Ken Adelberger and Peter Caggiano. This is Bobby Acropolis with a neat spin. And now Acropolis can't get around the checking of J.P. Reveley. Good job there by the forward, coming back and playing a little defense. Long shot by Keeley. Easily stick aside Rosa on the long rebound. keeps it in the zone with the help of Brian Barnfield. A brick high into the air at center. If Acropolis gets this, it's onside. He's in all alone. Bobby Acropolis shot, and a bad save. Rebound. Deichmann was there, and so was Garcia to stack the pads and lay on top.
I thought the first save was tremendous, but the second one on Jeremy Deichmann was outstanding. Dave Garcia has stood on his head. He absolutely has.
Putting on a clinic.
This is a set play. The puck is flipped real high in the air over everybody's head. That's the senior Steve Acropolis coming in. Great save right there by Garcia. Now watch right here. He makes another save and still has enough sense to hold on to the puck. Here we'll see from a different angle.
Had the puck settled down for him. He had a good chance.
Yep.
And there it is. He got wood on it.
Baby.
Amazing. Dave Garcia, 27 for 27. Steve Acropolis one more time with a wrister from the point. And that might have been through a bit of a screen, but Garcia got it nonetheless. Huh. Maybe it's those gold tassels on the side of his helmet that are holding his throat guard on that gives him the luck. But he's been outstanding. Face off to the left. Brian O'Rourke will try and win it back to Trevenant. And now O'Rourke is thrown out of the face-off circle. Lauren Hirschberg to take. And the Green Dragons will win it. Another shot, another offering there by Acropolis, and he flubbed it a bit and went into the defensive front. Last minute of play here in the second period. Back into the brick zone. This is Vinny Ruiz around the boards. Trevenant can't keep in, and he'll go the length of the ice the other way. But no icing, of course, as Trevenant had touched it at the brick blue line. Ruiz is there. Iannella takes a shot. Iannella in on the forecheck. Forces the puck to the near side off Kevin Smith. This is Steve Acropolis getting a lot of ice time to brother Bob. Has help in the slot, and fanning on the one-timer is Dan O'Connor. There were two brick players there in the slot. Bit of a breakdown there. Pass intended for Bobby Acropolis. That is snuffed out by Matt Trevenant, who will still control along the far side. O'Connor now to Iannella. Iannella with the shot, and again, there's Dave Garcia seeing it all. Off on the angle, got it into the chest protector, and held on with just 10 seconds to go here in the second.
Brick is doing everything right except scoring goals. There we see the hard shot by Nick Iannella. But again, Dave Garcia squaring up to the shooter, taking it right in the midsection and holding on for the whistle.
He's got the angles covered, huh? He plays the angles well, does Garcia.
He sure does. He knows where the shooter's going. He prepares himself, he sets himself, and then holds on.
He's certainly having the game of games. And a memorable one this has been for fans of the Montclair Mounties. There's a weak backhander that goes off the defense in front and should be cleared easily. No, O'Connor's on it. One last opportunity. Time winding down towards the slot on a redirection. Acropolis was there. And Garcia with just 1.3 ticks to go. And there'll be a face-off in the Montclair zone. Oh, another dangerous play as Bobby Acropolis was on the doorstep.
He's talking to himself right now. Look at that redirection. Picture perfect, but Dave Garcia right on the spot again.
Boy, can he stretch out too.
Brick has pulled their goaltender with 1.3 seconds to go in the face-off deep in the Montclair end.
Yeah, why not? Hopefully, what would be the strategy here? Draw the puck back to the defense and let Steve Acropolis just unload?
Let me see the way Bobby Acropolis sets up for the face-off. I'm not sure. He's a right-handed shot, so I'm assuming he's going to come back. Yes, he is.
He wants to draw it back, but it's just and rests in the skates, and there will be no further play. What a period it's been for both teams, for the goaltender of the Mounties and for the offense of the Dragons, which has been stymied by that sensational goaltending. One goal scored by that young man right there, Kevin Smith. It is the difference. We are through 2 periods of play here at the Continental Airlines Arena. It is the Montclair Mounties 1 and the Green Dragons no score. Surprised the score, no way indicative of the way this game has gone. Surprisingly so, Montclair has a 1-0 two-period lead against Brick. Hi everybody, glad you could come back. Ken Adelberger joined again by Peter Caggiano. Yeah, surprise, 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 huh? The shots are only 30-6 or so in favor of Brick, yet it's Montclair that has the lead. Dave Garcia is putting on quite a goaltending display. I've run out of superlatives, help me out.
You said before, he's standing on his head, and that's absolutely what he's doing tonight.
Of course, they got a lot of help offensively first. It's easier to play with a lead, and so fortunately, well, Kevin Smith was the opportunistic one here.
Well, here you just see a lot of good work by Montclair, taking advantage of an errant clearing pass, and that's Kevin Smith with the backhand, scoring the first goal of the game.
Now for the great goaltending of one Dave Garcia. Watch this.
Here we see the first shot. This is a big slap shot. Garcia has a little trouble with this one as it hits his glove. He doesn't hold on to it, but this is the spectacular save. On the rebound, he does the splits and holds on.
And then follow up the a la Borja Salming, the flip pass on the subsequent breakaway.
Almost like the alley-oop pass in basketball. There's the breakaway. Watch the deke. The first shot is the save. And again, he's almost taken out of the play, but he has enough sense to stick the right arm out and make the second save.
Yeah, the first save was sensational enough. The second one, well, like I said, I've run out of words. There are the figures. Yeah, they don't tell the tale at all. 30-6, Brick has outshot Montclair, yet it's still 1-0 Montclair on top in this one. We are through 2 periods of play. Stay with us, everybody. When Peter and I return, the third period, what should be an exciting conclusion to this one, is forthcoming here on CN8, live from the Continental Airlines Arena. Third period of play about to begin here at the Continental Airlines Arena. 1-0 Montclair on top, and can they hold on? Well, they've been riding the sturdy shoulders, the trusty glove, and the fluffy pads of that young man right there, Dave Garcia. He has been perfect in this one. 30 for 30. He's shutting them out.
There's his counterpart, Chip Colgary. Near perfect in nets. He made some big saves. The one did elude him, and that gives Montclair the 1-0 lead.
You mentioned earlier that while we were off camera, that for Bob Oriema, this is like deja vu all over again.
Well, those that saw the game on CN8 last year, the Brick Memorial Public School Championship, Brick High School was losing 1-0 after 2 periods. They came back to tie it in the third and win it in overtime on Bobby Acropolis' goal.
Well, we shall see if that plays out here. Bobby Acropolis take the face-off against Mike Mazza. Acropolis wins it, and here come the Green Dragons on the offensive, along with Connor. Cross ice, Iannello was there, but the puck caught the skate of J.P. Reveille. Acropolis turns again. Ooh, trying to make a nice move around Trevenant, but Trevenant would not buy it. At center now, this is Adam Bowers, the freshman. Over to Mazza. Mazza had the poke check. Rosa there to haul in the loose puck and now play right in front of the penalty bench area. This is Steve Acropolis. Steve Acropolis around the defense, gets it to the slot. Puck is loose out in the slot. And there's Trevenant to steer it out of harm's way. And left wing a pass over to J.P. Reveille. Turning in his own zone. Vinny Ruiz has eyes, but puts the skates of Deichmann the other way. An opportunity, an offside, dragging himself offside, then dragging him down to the ice. Oh my, a little extracurricular activity there. Justin Sorrentino pulling down and holding on to J.P. Reveille.
The referee put himself offside, but Sorrentino taking a few liberties right here with the headlock, with the takedown. 2 points.
You like that, huh?
Absolutely.
There's the leading scorer for these Montclair Mounties, who has been silenced here so far tonight. The goal coming from somewhat of a unusual source in Kevin Smith.
For Kevin Smith, the sophomore, only his second goal of the year to go along with 4 assists for now 6 points.
All right, very unusual one. Here comes Barnfield down the right side. He's got a step, and then he's angled off neatly by the Bigger Trevenant back to Sorrentino at the point. Winds up. Score! And that may have been deflected en route. That may have changed direction as there were two brick players cruising the slot. Nonetheless, this thing is all tied up a minute 4 into the third.
I'm not sure if it changed directions or Dave Garcia never saw it because he was still looking in front of him when the puck was in the net.
That could be Sorrentino all the way.
Usually your first key, Ken, is you look for the player that jumps the highest in the air. It's his goal. Actually, as we take a look at the replay, it hit off the stick of the Montclair defenseman. So I'm not sure who they're going to give it to. You see the official right there, Mark Lade pointing. He was pointing towards the goal for the fact that the puck went in the net.
It's the third of the year for Sorrentino. Couldn't come at a better time. And has this game knotted at 1. Well, hold on, because it's going to get exciting. As if it hasn't been exciting enough, it's going to get much more exciting now. Trevenant falls down. Acropolis holds him down, and he's going to get the face-off to the left of Garcia. Yeah, they gave the goal to Sorrentino.
And we talk about unlikely sources. For Sorrentino, that's only his 4th goal of the year.
Jeremy Dykeman and Brian Barnfield picking up the assists on the 3rd goal of the year by Justin Sorrentino. And he gets the congratulations. You said whoever jumps the highest. I thought Bob Oriema probably jumped the highest over on the bench. Into the corner to the left. This is Dykeman out in front, and Barnfield is there as well. Acropolis keeps the puck in. Trevenant will get there first. For Montclair. Turns away from the checking of Malak. Trevenant tries the left side, stops, and goes right side now behind Adam Bowers. Turns, can't find the puck. Dykeman does. Dykeman with Malaka. And a 3-on-1 rebound. Oh, what a great save that was on the cross slot pass by Malaka. Garcia with the pad again. Malaka in the corner, holding up and trying to steal the puck away from Trevenant. This goes the length of the ice. No icing, however.
Any thoughts about Garcia feeling sorry for himself? Not on that play. He was spectacular again.
Oh, got that leg out there. Just shot it out there. Long lead pass now. This is O'Connor into the zone. Has Bobby Acropolis with him. Shields off the defender from the puck so Acropolis can get it. Has Ianello out in front. Picks up Sorrentino. Late hit the post. O'Connor on the rebound, and that is into the glove of the fallen goaltender, and he holds on. Oh, that first shot was off the post, and that was a great one.
To be good, you have to be a little bit lucky, and that time, Dave Garcia was a little lucky. Watch the work from behind the net by Bobby Acropolis. There's the shot. There's the puck hitting the post. Now he's prone. He's on his stomach, and he's still going to make this next save. He's saying, please, please, keep the shot low. And luckily it was low. O'Connor could not get the puck in the air over the fallen Garcia.
So you'll be careful what you ask for. You might get what you want, huh? And he did. Nice low shot right into the breadbasket. The skitters over the line. Icing. Montclair, just that quick. Won the face-off, went for the home run pass, and it wasn't quite there.
And Ken, at the high school level, it's automatic icing. Anytime the puck is shot from your half of the ice and it crosses the goal line, automatic whistle, just like international hockey.
And you know who likes that? The Montclair defensemen, because there's only 3 of them they play a lot of. If you have to go back and touch that up all the time, they run the risk of being rammed into the boards all night long.
Absolutely, and this is going to be a telltale sign. We mentioned the short bench at Montclair. Are they going to tire?
Barnfield with a shot through a maze, and that goes wide far side. Weber up on the play, keeps it in, and then eventually cleared by the Montclair defense in the person of Matt Trevenant. Sorrentino behind his own net, reverses direction neatly, gets it around to Barnfield. Barnfield catches up to the puck. His pass intended for Malaka too far behind. Still the Pirates will control. It's center. This is Barnfield. He'll unload. And that goes off the defense, and Matt Trevenant comes to the near side. Malaka is on it. Malaka has help in the slot, and the Green Dragons get another good opportunity right there. That was Malaka. Steve Acropolis with a shot with a stick to side. And here comes Brick now. They seem to have been ignited by that goal. Barnfield with a weak shot that is sticked away by Garcia. Behind the net, O'Rourke with it. Gets it over to Kevin Smith, and Kevin Smith with a long lead pass to the left side. Nobody home, and that goes the length of the ice, and Montclair whistled again for another icing.
Again, Montclair just trying to relieve the pressure, dumping the puck out of the zone. Darren Groh, he's got to be happy. He's in this game 1-1. This is his first season behind the bench there at Montclair. And I tell you what, last year he coached Montclair Kimberly Academy. had a record of 1-22. Talk about a turnaround.
Oh, I guess so. They're talking contract extension.
Well, he's got a long way to go before he hits 487 wins.
Well, that is the winningest record in high school hockey. And 6 titles. Well, he's done it all. Like to get that 7th. Oh, the arm of the referee goes up. So apparently be a Montclair penalty. Brick will go to the power play. It appears that Trevenant will be the guilty party.
He's arguing his case. He doesn't think so. He's saying, I just bumped him.
Never works though, does it, Peter?
No, absolutely not.
Have you ever told a kid, yeah, you're right, okay, sorry?
I tell you, a good official will mention when he makes a mistake. Usually you don't say it at that point. After the game, and usually you won't do it to a player, but you'll go to a coach if you think you blew a call and say, Coach, I apologize, I blew that one.
Trevenant for a slash comes at 3:34.
That was Mark Labe with the call.
Figured you'd work that in there somehow.
Absolutely.
I'll take care of your buddies.
These guys pay me to say their names.
So Brick on the power play. Iannello to Acropolis, and that was right in 2 shots. And Garcia got them both. And it appears after the first one, he was looking for the second one. Oh, that's simply amazing. In close quarters like that, Bobby Acropolis just laughing. What else can he do?
He's smiling. He's doing everything possible. Dave Garcia making 2 great saves, point blank. Look at the pressure right off the face-off. Comes back, save 1, save 2. Here we get another look at it. Good work on the face-off. That's Iannello making the centering pass. Acropolis with the first one, Acropolis with the second one. And both times Garcia comes up big.
For a moment there, Acropolis had the puck but gave way to O'Rourke as Montclair is on the penalty kill for another minute 40. Calgary goes down in front of his own net on a bit of an awkward handle. An opportunity, no, goes awry. If Montclair could have gotten hold of that puck quick, that would have been interesting. Here's Bobby Acropolis to the slot, trips. Iannello is there, gets the backhand and a return. Cross slot, there's Steve Acropolis with a shot that hit the defense in front. Back to Ruiz, quickly to Steve Acropolis, and he whistles one wide. Bobby Acropolis near side, gives to Rosa. Rosa turns, can't clear. Ruiz has it. Takes the shot, wafted away up and over the glass and in the far corner. And he'll get the stoppage of play with 1:08 to go on the Brick power play.
Good work by Brick, moving the puck around. He's taking a well-deserved breather right there, Dave Garcia. Again, he came up big with the save. There we take a look at Ruiz, working the puck in the corners to the point, getting the quick shots off. Something Brick does very well is reverse field. The play is on one side of the ice. Boom, one pass. The shot's now coming from the other side. Not only does the goaltender, but the whole defense now has to shift to the other side.
Malacca, Barnfield, and Dykeman to take the second half of this power play for the Brick Green Dragons. Sorrentino's at the point, now has the puck. Sorrentino, the goal scorer here just a few moments ago, unloads into the pad and pushed aside to the far side. That was. Good save by Garcia again, his 38th in this hockey game.
Especially with Malacca right on the doorstep waiting for a rebound.
Trouble was lurking, you're absolutely right. Here's Dykeman, spins away, gets it ahead to Barnfield. Barnfield dives and gets the shot on goal. Good second effort there. Sorrentino delivers it back behind the net. Malacca is there. Barnfield is all alone in front. Can't get, there's a good centering pass, and Malacca and Barnfield were both there again. This is Barnfield along the wall, gives the puck away. And with 20 seconds to go on the power play, perhaps one last foray for Brick.
Boy, did Montclair dodge a bullet there. 2 players from Brick parked right in front of the net, and they just couldn't get a hold of the puck.
Lead pass for Iannello is picked off by Healy and dumped right back into the Brick zone, and that should do it for the power play. 4 seconds to go. Sorrentino gives way to Bobby Acropolis. A return to Sorrentino. His outlet pass is right to the tape of O'Rourke. O'Rourke in the zone, bodied off by Sorrentino. Kevin Smith, the goal scorer, stick save. Rebound opportunity for O'Rourke, and he fanned on it. Cleared to center to Healy. Back in the zone. That won't count. That won't count. That was a delayed offside, and Montclair had not cleared the zone. And again, the officials waved that off right away.
Absolutely right. Whenever you have a delayed offside and the shot is on net, it's an immediate whistle. In fact, they're calling this an intentional offside. They're going to move the faceoff all the way down in front of Dave Garcia.
And you know what happens there, because obviously Chip Calgary knows that, so he lets up.
He
relaxes, absolutely, and that's the result right there.
Although that was one hell of a shot. That came from about 65 feet out. He was outside the blue line when he let that go.
Well, if he just waited another 2-3 seconds, but he probably didn't have that time as the forecheckers were about on top of him. Oh, the Green Dragon.
There must be a heater on that side of the building.
Actually, I think they're right down in front of us. To the slot. This is Trevenant. Steers the puck out of harm's way and then catches the stick of Vinny Ruiz and caroms up into some of those Green Dragon fans. 8:59 to go. It's a 1-1 hockey game. 41-7 are the shots in favor of Brick.
Pretty soon we'll have to start talking about overtime. At this level, if the game is tied after 3 periods, they will go into a 10-minute overtime. If it is tied after 10 minutes, we will then go into a shootout.
Bob Oriamo been there before, huh?
Absolutely, he's a veteran of this.
Lead pass. Hirschberg was there, but Brick will just put it right back into the Montclair zone. Keeley is there along with Smith. This is overworked. His pass picked off by Steve Acropolis. Makes the move, goes down, and Trevenant will go. A penalty to Matt Trevenant. He can't believe it.
Well, Matt thought he got his hip on the play, but really what he did is he stuck out his right leg. And anytime you stick your legs out wider than the width of your body and you make contact with the player, look right there, watch his right skate. Right there, knee-to-knee contact, which can be very dangerous. That's an obvious trip. Great call. See, again, I have to stick up for the referees.
Trevenant on the trip. Darren Groh. It's a 1-1 hockey game, but he doesn't want to see his team take penalties at this point. Bobby Acropolis to take the faceoff, wins it back. Sorrentino has it. Crosses up defensive positions with Ruiz. Sorrentino on the left point now. Gets to Steve Acropolis, back to Sorrentino. He'll unload. That hit somebody in front. Might have been Bobby Acropolis. He went down pretty quick as that shot was launched high.
There's at least 4 or 5 guys in front of the net every time.
Long clear. That was Calgary to Iannello. This is Bobby Acropolis. Has Steve in the slot. And he tried to feather it through. It's in! Is it in? The light did not go on. There is no indication. He appeared to maybe have tucked that inside the near post, but
no goal.
No goal.
We had a great angle from our perch up here in the second level. It looked like the puck stopped right on the line. Did not go over there. If you take a look at the goal judge, the light did not come on. You don't see a big argument from Brook. Watch Acropolis. He goes to make the move, but the puck slips off his stick. And it's going to go to the short side right there. It kind of hits the post and then skitters right on the line
and under
behind
the pad.
Garcia.
You said it. You got to be good to be lucky and lucky to be good.
And he's been both tonight.
Yes, he has. This is Steve Acropolis spinning away from the checking to Sorrentino, wide open. And that hit the stick of Mazza. A follow-up shot by Ruiz. That goes off the skate of Rosa. Steve Acropolis to the net. That's high and wide. He checked to the glass. Acropolis with a centering pass right through the slot. Sorrentino with a shot. Glove save by Garcia. A centering pass goes off the defense. Iannello still has it. Rick, all kinds of pressure. Steve Acropolis in the slot. And that goes by the near post. A stuffer attempt into the pads of Garcia. And he's going to hold on.
I can't believe this. This is
what was that? Maybe 3, 4, perhaps 5 good opportunities there?
That puck was in a 10-foot radius of that net for about 30 seconds straight. It was almost like a shooting gallery. Bing, bing, bing. And every time Dave Garcia made the save.
Whatever happens to Dave Garcia, whatever happens to his team in this game, this has been one for him to remember.
Look at that right across the crease. And then watch the bodies in front. Everybody conjugates right there. You're going to see a backhand right there by Iannello. Now, everybody's jabbing. I have no idea where the puck is.
Boy, but you know what? It's not important that you know where it is or I know where it is. Garcia has to know.
This is the play a little earlier. Watch the puck hits the post. It's right on the line.
How about that?
Brick's raising their arms, but that puck did not go in, and it was very clear right there on the replay.
Boy, you can't be much sharper offensively than Brick has been in this one. They are just swarming the net. And Dave Garcia has been there to deny 42 times.
And because the defenseman for Brick came inside the top of the circles, they're taking the faceoff outside.
Ruiz gets around the defense. Ruiz, top of the circle, has help in the slot, makes the move. Puck is loose in the slot. Dykman was there, but he was tied up neatly by Will Hewitt. Now Ruiz in deep, has Malacca in the slot all alone. Couldn't get it through to him. Now he tries, and it's into the skates. Behind the net. On the clear, Revelli gets it out. Foot race is on. This is Weber. Malacca to the top of the circles. Stick aside on the offering by Malacca. Nobody home at the point but O'Rourke. Yes, incidentally, we are playing 4-on-4. In that scrum around the net, there were penalties.
Actually, at the high school level, they play 5-on-5. I'm sorry, it's 5-on-4 because it was still a power play.
That's right. Trevenant was in the box, correct, earlier?
Correct, but Acropolis and Rosa are sitting each 2 minutes for roughing. Now we're back to 5-on-5.
We'll get this figured out. Kind of snuck that penalty in there on us. Here we were getting so excited over the antics of Dave Garcia. You know these officials. You should have like a pipeline to them.
Well, I was watching the play on the ice, and I didn't see who they snuck into the penalty box. Look right here, the stick right on the skate, but he made no attempt to trip him. It was almost like Sorrentino stepped on the stick.
5-on-5 play. Face off to the left of Chip Calgary. He's forced to, he handles the puck very well. He's done that a couple times tonight with those long clears. Foot races on. Healy wins it over Bobby Acropolis, but gives it to O'Connor. Has a man in the slot, that's Iannello, but he can't control it. Trevenant the other way, and a 3-on-2 that's developing. And then poke checked away neatly by Sorrentino. Here comes the play the other way. Bobby Acropolis with the puck behind him. Gets it into Iannello with a long shot, and a whistler it was, high over the net. O'Connor will control, and on the spin around gives it away to Trevenant. Here comes Montclair. Good shoulder there. Sorrentino into Mazza. To the slot, all alone shot and a bad save. And it's been a long time for Chip Calgary in the net, but he got all of that one on the offering by J.P. Revelli.
Revelli that time with the pass in front of the net, but Calgary came up big. There we take a look at Revelli. Nice play, because what he does is the pass is a little bit behind him, and he uses his skate to kick it up to his stick. But notice right there, Calgary uses his whole body, lies prone on the ice, and makes the save. There we're going to see it from a different angle. There's the pass across, skate, stick, shot, save.
And covered up the rebound. Good presence there. Along the near side, Brick can't clear out of the zone. In fact, now they'll have to retreat into the corner. Vinny Ruiz behind his own net. Out with Malacca. Tim Compton getting one of his rare shifts on defense. As Brick starts to go a little bit deeper in the bench. That's stick to side, the offering from center ice by Chip Calgary. Behind the net now, here's Malacca with Dykman. 2-on-1, Dykman along with Barnfield. Dykman takes the shot and didn't get good one on. Perhaps got a piece of the defense, score on the rebound! Sneaking in from nowhere, that was Barnfield. And they've done it. Rick has come back here with a 2 spot in the third to take a 2-1 lead.
Again, it's the breakout pass from deep in your own zone that set that play up. Just good hard work by Brick. The first save made by Dave Garcia, but the wraparound, the pass from the side, the shot from the side, finds its way through. And with just 5:10 left, Brick takes a 2-1 lead. Here's the original 2-on-1. Very nice play by Trevenant to get a piece of the shot. Now watch the trailer coming in right here. Nobody picks him up. And you know what makes that play work? He's a left-handed shot coming in on the far side. And although his body was past where the puck was, he was able to reach back with his stick and score the goal into the short side. And for Brian Barfield, that's his 8th goal of the year.
From Jeremy Dykman, who made the whole thing happen with that good speed. And so now Montclair must come from behind. Rosa along the near side. Can't flip it into the zone. Steve Acropolis flips it back out. 2-on-1, Mazza at the net. Taking the shot and blocked by Sorrentino. Deep rebound, but Reveille could not control it. He had Mazza all alone at the far side.
Boy, did Sorrentino give up his body right there to smother that shot or what?
Unselfish. There's one lofted in from the wingboards that Colgary has to make the save on. Steve Acropolis with a pass can be handled into the glove from the point on the offering again by Trevenant. And Colgary there with the glove, and he's going to snatch everything out of the air he can find now and hold on.
Now Colgary has to rise to the occasion. He has the 2-1 lead, 4.5 minutes to go in the game. This is his time to shine. Baron Grohe, sort of palms a little sweaty right now. He has about 2 line shifts left in this game. He's got to get his big guys out there, and they have to do something now.
He's the head baseball coach at Montclair, but he's happy that it's still hockey season too. Doesn't want to go to baseball right away.
Well, I think with all this rain, he hasn't been out in the field anyway.
That's a good point. Center ice, Rosa dumps it back into the zone, but finds the stick of Weber. Weber outlets to the left, to the right side, to Dykeman was there. Back to Acropolis, back to Weber. Weber, long lead pass for Barnfield, the goal scorer. This is Dykeman. He takes a hit at the blue line. And the Green Dragons can't quite get the puck in the zone, but again, they take some time off the clock here. This is Barnfield in his own zone. Risky play there. We've seen some guys put that clearing attempt on goal. There's a shot from the slot, and that was off the stick of Hirschberg. Weber behind the net in a battle with Kevin Smith now, number 12. He's in blue. Up into the air, kept in by Rosa. Rosa, turn around, gives it to Hirschberg. Again to Smith, but stolen away by the defensive Steve Acropolis, who has been a stalwart on the blue line here tonight. Near side, this is Weber. Back into the Montclair zone, 3:20 to go here in the third period. It's a 1-goal hockey game. Brick on top. Not Trevenant, off the wall. Looks for Hirschberg. Now Hirschberg picks it up. Hirschberg in. Hirschberg has help down the slot. And Adam Bowers, if he can find him, if he can center. But no, that is swept away and poked away neatly by goaltender Calgary. Behind the Iannella giveaway. Trevenant with a shot. And that goes off of the defense in front. To the corner, far side. Bowers is there. Along with Bob Acropolis. Coming out now. This is Hirschberg. Had Bowers again down the slot, but couldn't find him at the pass. Tried the hand pass and missed on that as well. Sorrentino, high, waist high, and the clear goes the length of the ice with Montclair applying a bit of pressure. Brick will get a line change and a stoppage and a face-off back to the left of their goal.
Montclair knows their back is against the wall right now. That's why they're really pressuring. They're having their defensemen cheat in a little bit, trying to crash that net. 2.5 minutes to go. They really have to put the pressure on right now. Great series before by Justin Sorrentino. Not only does he throw his body in front of shots, he blocks shots, takes the man out, and clears the puck out of the zone.
Yes, he's been a central figure in this game with the goal that got his team on the scoreboard, with the block, with some booming hits. Well, despite the shots being so lopsided, it's been a very entertaining game. Face-off draw won by Brick, and Hoffman is in pursuit now. But Rosa will get there first for Montclair. Off the wall to Reveille. Reveille gives way to Trevenant. Trevenant a return to Reveille, but Reveille had stopped skating. Here comes Mazza. Mazza on the right side takes the shot and whistled it just wide of the near post. A turnaround by Rosa to keep the puck in the zone goes off the skate and carries back to the Montclair blue line. And then on the clear again, off the glass and into the Montclair bench with 2:12 to go. It's nail-biting time for the Montclair Mounties.
There we take a look at Scott Malacca. 16 goals this year to go along with 10 assists for 26 points. He's one of the big guns for Brick, who is a little bit tired right now, but all they have to do is hold on for another 2 minutes and 12 seconds. That fella right there, Chip Colgary, has kept his team in the game. Hasn't been tested often, but when he has, he's come up big. Bob Uriyama, 31st year, you just can't say enough about him.
Here comes Bobby Acropolis with a sneaky wrist shot off the backboards, and the rebound trickled out to the front of the net and then pushed again to the backboards. Trevenant behind the net, looks to outlet, pestered by Bobby Acropolis, delivers to O'Connor off his glove, and there's a quick shot by Iannella, but a hand pass has been whistled. And that was a pretty obvious one.
Well, what he tried to do was just redirect it to his teammate. It wasn't like he swatted it real big, just kind of moved it a little bit.
But whenever you're in the offensive zone, that call is going to be made every time.
So therefore, the face-off, Peter, will come to the neutral zone, to the dot just in front of the Montclair Mounties bench.
I wouldn't be surprised if Montclair uses their timeout right about now.
Yeah, they are Dragon fans. I see a D and an R and an A. They've been noisy all night, and they've had reason to, particularly here in the third period with a two-spot. Iannello turns at center. Back into the Montclair zone, loses control, gives to Acropolis, who pitchfork one high over the net. Acropolis can't keep in. Bobby Acropolis flips back in, delayed offside, cleared now. Trevenant has the puck with 1:36 to go. Steve Acropolis to the blue line, gets around the defense, takes the wrist shot, shoulder save, rebound! Fanned on by Steve Acropolis. Took the initial shot and then followed up his own rebound.
Garcia didn't know where that rebound went. He made the save with the left shoulder, but you can tell he was looking around. Didn't know where the puck was.
Long outlet into the zone and icing called as Lauren Hirschberg tried to track down that loose puck, but couldn't quite get there. With 1:15 to go, we'll be looking for Dave Garcia to vacate his net sometime soon.
He's still my star of the game. He's been that way since the opening minutes of the game.
I wouldn't dispute that at all. This could have easily been 8-1, 9-1.
Shots on goal are 48-10.
I think he'll be a tired young man.
And here's that timeout by Montclair right now.
To talk about it. Now what do you say? I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to strategize here? You're going to obviously tell Garcia when you want him to get out, and beyond that, you got to, you'll have the man advantage situation. You'll have the extra attacker out there. I would imagine just get it back to the point and keep wailing away if you can.
There's not a whole lot of strategy. This is more for a rest for his top line.
I got you.
He gets his top line a 1-minute rest. They come out for the last 1:15 refreshed. Yes, they're going to talk about at what point are we pulling Garcia out of the goal, who's going to be the sixth attacker on the ice, and then who's going to play up. They'll probably put 5 guys up and hang 1 guy back. That's what they'll talk about now. And of course, on the other side, Bob Uriyama is saying, do not let the forwards get behind you. Defensemen keep backing up. Do not let any of the Montclair forwards get behind.
Let me ask you, because we talked about it a little bit, from a Montclair standpoint, has the third period, have you noticed any fatigue? Has the fatigue factor entered this?
I think they've played as well now as they have in the first period, and so has Brick. Brick has had the same consistency throughout this game. The difference has been Dave Garcia.
You see 46 saves tonight. Nothing short of sensational. We just hope that, should they not come back in this one, that he can bear to look at the tape. He should. He should hold his head high.
Oh, absolutely.
He's been outstanding.
I still would like to get a picture of him standing on his head, because that would be a representation of how he played tonight.
Face-off will come to the left of Garcia. There you see the particulars. It's a 1-goal game. We're in the third with 1:15 to go. Here's O'Connor from the top of the circle. Garcia got a piece of that. Iannello gives way to Trevenant. They'll look for Trevenant and the Mounties to, once they get the puck out of the zone, watch for Garcia to vacate the net, and here he comes. Extra attack around. This is Mazza. Mazza to the slot. Revelli was there. The pass is too far ahead. Healy up on the play, takes a shot. Revelli with a centering pass. Trevenant will take the shot. That goes off of Justin Sorrentino to the near side. Or Iannello, rather. And on the clear and out of the zone, and that's important. Healy to Bowers. Finds the glove of Revelli. Back. This is Revelli again from O'Rourke with a centering pass behind the net now. Mazza with the puck. He tries to center. That goes up the skate of Iannello, but he can't clear. Finally, Jeremy Dykman does. With 25 seconds to go. Dykman has it. Had the open net if he wanted it on the delayed call, but it wouldn't have counted anyway.
That's absolutely right, Ken. That's why he dumped it in. 200
feet on the long outlet pass, but that just finds the stick of Vinny Ruiz. We're in the final 10 seconds. There's a shot, and that gets a piece of Calgary, and he holds on.
You see what Calgary was trying to do? He was trying to keep that puck in play.
Yes,
he did not want to whistle in his own end. He caught it. He immediately turned to his right, looking for a place to dump it so he can fire it out, but the Montclair player was standing right on his doorstep.
So Montclair probably benefited here from a quick whistle. Thus they'll get the face-off just where they want it, deep in Brick territory.
8 ticks of the clock left on the game clock right now.
And they will undoubtedly just try and jam the net. Win the face-off back, get the shot away, and cross your fingers. Mazic to take it. Trevenan's back in the trigger. If he can get it to him, he does. Can't get it through. There's a rebound opportunity out in front. Reveley had a shot on a turnaround. Puck is loose and cleared the length, and this game is over. They got what they wanted, but they could not put it past Chip Calgary. And the Brick Green Dragons have won the Public League. They are the champions.
Chip Calgary made a save with about 1.5 seconds to go that won this game for Brick High School. Bob Oriamba.
That's what he likes to do best. Run out there on the ice after a nice win like that.
3rd year in a row, public school champions, Bricktown High School.
And they will be going to the final with hopes of defending their state championship on Monday night. Chip Calgary made the save at the end of the game when they needed him.
We probably didn't give him enough credit, but when the time came that he had to come up big, he sure did. Nice job to win the face-off. The first shot is stopped. There it is right there. He sticks out the left arm, knocks it away, and then the clearing pass wraps it up.
They really couldn't have diagrammed a better play. That worked perfectly for him.
Montclair set it up. They got the shot they wanted. Calgary made the save.
I think that celebration is a bit of relief as well as celebration.
And here's the other guy, Dave Garcia. It's just Bobby Oriama's lucky. He always runs into the hot goaltender. And this year it was Dave Garcia. 2 goalies embrace. You just saw that. Fantastic. The 2 big guys came up big when they had to. They are the goaltenders in this game. And for the Montclair Mounties, yeah, the season is over. But it ends with them knowing that they can hold their heads high as well. They played a fantastic hockey game. 2-1 final, Brick victorious. We'll be back with more from the Continental Airlines Arena in a moment. Well, they're celebrating here at the Continental Airlines Arena tonight. The Brick Green Dragons will once again go back to the state champions or state championship game to be played Monday night, and they did it here with an all-out offensive effort. They were stymied many times by the Montclair goaltender. He was Dave Garcia. He was simply fantastic. And as we mentioned earlier, that is a celebratory scene, but a scene with some relief, I would think, Pete.
Right now, Brick has to be very happy. They ran into a hot goaltender. But when they had to, in the 3rd period, they were down by 1. They know they had to score, and they did. They scored the tying goal, and then they scored the game winner.
You know, it would have been very easy for them to fold their tents. They threw everything they could at them, but no, in the 3rd period, they put it all together with Justin Sorrentino tying it up.
They worked real hard. This shot comes from the point, and I don't think Garcia had a good look at this shot. No, see the screen right there? He never saw that shot. He's still looking in front of him, and the puck's past him.
And with all that high-powered offense, it was a couple of guys that were unlikely scorers. This one, Brian Barfield picked up his 3rd goal of the year.
Well, the puck comes out, and again, being a left-handed shot coming in on the right side, his body was actually behind the net when he scored that, but he was able to reach back with his stick and tuck it home on the short side.
Sensational, and they really were poised. And you know, I was very impressed too with the play of the Acropolis brothers. They are sensational out there. They've got a lot of moves, and in fact, this Brick team is very impressive. If I would ask you, what would be the most impressive thing? I'm going to give you one thing to say about them.
Tenacity. They never stop. They keep coming at you time and time again, and it's everybody from the 1st line center to the 3rd line defenseman.
And so for the Brick Green Dragons, there will be a tomorrow and a chance to defend their state championship of a year ago. And we're going to bring it to you here on CN8. Join us Monday night, March 23rd, right here, live from the Continental Airlines Arena. The march to victory continues. Can Brick repeat as state champions? Tune in then and find out. Hey, we've had a great time bringing this one to you from all of us here at CN8. For my partner, Pete Caggiano, I'm Ken Adelbert. Thanks for watching. See you Monday night.